I can just, having that stamp, it almost needs to be an association, like something real.
No, I hear you. It's just a lot of individuals won't get involved with that because they're such individuals, and then someone in the group may make them look bad. But I hear you, and I appreciate your call. I hate to just keep plugging it, but it's just so good. DrudgeReport.com. I mean, something like that is, the system hates that because it's not only the biggest news site out there, it can set the agenda, and it's not an agenda the establishment wants. If we beat the TSA, their whole thing falls. And they know that. If we beat them on any of this stuff, it's over. We beat them on the marijuana issue and states' rights, it's over. We have any victories, it's over. And by the way, the gun thing, we're winning. They're now, again, up to 5 million guns a month being sold. I mean, used to, the previous record was 1 million a couple years ago. They had another 5 million a month, last numbers I saw. And that's just estimating the gun shows on top of the registered sales. I mean, there just comes down to an issue of we're not turning them in, scumbags. And all the liberals are running out buying guns now, figuring out that the government isn't going to protect them. And as soon as you start shooting a gun, you're no longer a chicken neck coward. I mean, literally, folks, to use the parable, vampires go out and bite people to make more vampires. We've got to go out and get liberals deprogrammed and get them to go out and shoot guns, get them to, we've got to get them out. That's why they want you all in big cities, in cocoons, totally coward, being mugged all day, so you're afraid of everything. They do not want you getting your feet dirty out there with the garden. They do not want you in a rural area. They do not want you free. They do not want that. They want domesticated cowards who, when they want money or want something, they have to think of a bigger government benefit, or as a bureaucrat, they've got to grow the bureaucracy to grow their empire instead of growing it in the real world. Ironhead in Washington, you're on the head. Ironhead, you're using the bathroom. Ironhead from Washington is why I said you're on the head. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey there, my friend. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
I really miss Bob Chapman. He was a great head to be communing with. But what I'm wondering, we're missing something here. We're trying to take ourselves. What was it Einstein who said that no problem can be addressed at the same level at which it's addressed at. Our consciousness is what has to change. We're coming to the point where they've read on the duty of civil disobedience by Thoreau, one of the great all-time up in the back of Walden's Pond. We're coming to the point where instead of problem, reaction, solution, they're using our fear to control us. And I know what you're saying, identify the problem, but go straight from problem, no reaction, straight to solution.
No, I hear you, but some people say just don't have fear. I don't even want to call it fear. It's if you know a dam's about to break and you get your family out of the area because it's cracking and you know it's about to break, you're not living in fear, you're protecting yourself. People should be very concerned about not fighting back. I get that a lot of people are scared, so they don't fight back. They think they'll just stay out of the way. That is not the way to go.
Right, and that's where the empowerment from within comes. As I said before, fear is the ultimate sin, for it displays the greatest lack of faith. Once you find that conviction, minus the emotional positionality, go straight at the problem, identify it, and as the last few callers, and especially like yesterday with the start page folks the other day, go straight to the problem. And this is what I'm trying to say, is about raising our consciousness level to a higher, because they love our fear. They monitor every single inch of what's going on. And as long as we can step out of the emotional positionality and go straight to the problem and then identify a solution, which brings up a good point. Whereas wanting to call in for a long time, I have a great idea. Once a month, once a week, once a day, once an hour, instead of Ask Alex, have Ask the Warriors. Have a special show where you can get, one of the main reasons I've been listening for umpteen years, my 91-year-old mom who's listening to you right now, one of the things we love is when you bring on people who have cogent, cognitive, good points, and let them just run with the show for like 10 minutes. Have an interactive dialogue.
No, it's a great idea. I also want to open the phones up for an hour or two here and there for people that have lived in authoritarian countries. so they can call in and make the parallels, because they always call and say, I have seen this before. You are in danger. Please, there's nowhere else to go. I love America. Do not let it happen here. No. I mean, it's always the same, whether they're from Eastern Europe or the Middle East or Africa or Latin America. They're so happy to be here and to know there's some basic freedom, and to see it going away. Oh, man, they're freaked out. And we've got to point out the evil and say it's wrong. I appreciate your points. We're going to go back to your calls and some other news, but let me play the way a cop shouldn't act. This article and video is up at prisonplanet.com. It's Move and Die. Cop labeled embarrassing by police department. Officer Arnold also threatened business owner during traffic stop. We've had to bleep things out here, but this is in Texas. This is how a police officer should not act, because I see so many cops now who have a crazed look in their eye, and you know they're wimp punks who got into that position because they feel powerless, and now they've gotten used to acting like that, you know, and so they're out of control. And, you know, with great power comes great responsibility, and they really are hiring a lot of dumbed down nobodies, and the police department shouldn't be doing that. You will get a bad name, and you will be hated by the community. And there's a big fight for the soul of policing going on in this country, and we've got to be there to try to help things go in the right direction and not let the globalists federalize things and turn the police into a TSA goon force. But here is the clip with the cussing bleep. Here it is.
It's not going to work out for you, buddy.
Andrew. He said all right. Hey, he said all right, man. You can't breathe.
He can breathe just fine.
He says he can't breathe.
He's yelling. He can breathe just fine. You're fine.
Hey, bro, just let him go. Andrew, chill. Andrew.
You just got to relax. That's all you got to do. Go. That's it. Move.
Oh, what the f***?
Hit pause.
Yeah.
Move and
Hit
die.
pause. So you've got someone not resisting clearly. You got a cop choking him. We've all seen this where they kill somebody, pinning them down, and they're getting off on it. The other cop runs up, another looks like a total wimp, runs like a fairy, and jumps on them. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. Jumping on people because you were a wimp your whole life, and now you get to play the part of Rambo. I mean, it just makes me sick, because you never see a big, tough, mean-looking cop doing stuff like this. It's always these wimps. It's just because they're wimps. Police department should not be hiring wimps, because wimps act like punks. Let's go back to these guys.
Move and die.
Move and die?
Move again.
Move and die?
Move again.
Are you serious?
What the is your problem?
Get over here.
I'm just saying, man.
Sit down and shut the up. Sit down and shut the up.
What the
Don't say nothing else.
There wasn't nothing necessary for you elbowing.
Listen to all these people talk.
No, that was his knee.
By the way, that's a minor.
You record that?
I got
I
recorded.
hope you recorded that, because it's also a
Yeah,
Shut up.
move so I can kick your Move so I can
Shut up.
All right.
Move so I can up. Now you
Hit pause
Give me a
again.
reason.
Can you imagine the incredibly, and the police now admit the guy didn't resist, and they're probably going to get rid of one of them, or they're on suspension. But the point is, can you imagine if your ego wanting to dominate somebody chained up? Oh, that's really powerful. I mean, that guy must feel good all day doing that. Look, those people should not be having anyone under them at McDonald's who have attitudes like this. These are the type of cops you see all the time that hold people down until they suffocate. Let's finish up the video.
You up.
Shut the hell up.
You too. You move if you want to.
You say that he's not
I sure did. You got it on tape?
Right.
Arnold, 654.
654. Got it right there, bro.
Move. You move.
So with music so you can turn the phone off, man.
It's not my phone.
Huh?
It's not my phone.
Okay, we'll turn it off. It's not going to work out for you, buddy.
That's enough.
Andrew.
That's enough.
He said all right.
Now, I mean, this is mild compared to a lot of the stuff we see, but I thought I'd play that, and then I thought I would integrate it in with shocker. Police officer defends the First Amendment. This is with Jason Burmis and crew at the Albany airport, and they're way back from the scanners, and they've got the head, you know, of the airport authority there who has the private contract saying you can't tape here, it's our policy. This is our private building. No, it's paid for by taxpayers. That's why the TSA on their own site says you're allowed to film. They'll come over and say you're disrupting. You just got to laugh at them and go, listen, before you drama queen, the Supreme Court's ruled, it's all ruled. Here's your own site. You know, we did this with the NSA a few weeks ago in San Antonio. They usually grab the cameras from the mainstream TV stations. They didn't do it to us because we go, here's the court suit you just lost in Maryland over this. And they're like, okay, well, you can go then. Again, we're the boss, not you. We're not all criminals, and then you're jail guards, and then we just give you money. Now let's go to this Almaty sheriff's deputy who's told, get rid of him. The guy winks at him. He goes, I can't. And you can see the airport guy bow up to the cop. You know that cop's they're going to try to get him in trouble. We got to follow this up. We've got to also stand behind good police because it's your job to protect my rights, not your job to have some bureaucrat tell you to arrest people. Here is the report from Albany.
I was just talking to the CEO of the airport, and he, from what he relayed to me, he doesn't see a problem with you filming. Okay, he's just has a problem with the handing out of flyers.
Well, that's the whole point of the campaign, sir.
I understand that, and like I said, I would relay that information to you. Okay, and if you're,
I mean, we kind of have to hand out these flyers because I don't want to have to talk to everybody. What am I supposed to do? Read them off? You know, we're trying to be as least intrusive as possible. Okay. They're on their way up to a line. You know, they have the opportunity to read it there. Right. And again, I'm here to cover it, man. This is very important.
Come next door, please, and fill out a form.
I will not come next door and fill out a form. There's no.
Do you have your insurance policy?
There's no necessity.
No, you're videotaping commercially in the terminal.
No, it's not commercial.
Well, you already told us it was going to be on the Drudge Report, so that's commercial.
No, actually, the Drudge Report is a news aggregate.
Yeah.
Okay, so that.
All right, let's stop right there. Again, Drudge carries a lot of the stuff, so I don't know why they're bringing up Drudge Report, but obviously, I'm sure they were asking what type of media is this on? Well, TSA is being followed by the Drudge Report because I asked Burmis about that, and they go on to say InfoWars. But the point here is that, again, Burmis used to work here a few years ago. He lives up in New York now. He shot this video, and he's sitting there, and the cop's saying, well, the CEO just said, please don't hand out flyers. Then this other guy, who's the head of the airport operations, he's then saying, do you have your insurance policy? And this is the new way all of this is going. That, you want to walk down the street, you got to have an insurance policy. You got to have government health care insurance policy. This is how they're engaging in this tyranny. And we're going to skip this break because this is so important. Let's continue going back to this video. Here it is.
Let me see your identification.
I don't need to show you my identification.
He doesn't have to show you his identification.
Hit pause. Back it up. Back it up. Look at this sheriff's deputy. Can we clone this guy? He doesn't need to show you his identification. He's not doing anything suspicious. There's no probable cause. The courts have ruled over 1,000 times there's no failure to ID, but they still arrest people for it. And here is this guy trying to henpeck at them, and they're down the escalator. They're not even up in the area trying to educate people about naked body scanners and their right to opt out and their right to film. But they want to just get us all in the airport, henpeck us, dominate us, and sell us on all this. But back it up, 10 seconds, the police officer saying, well, no, he doesn't have to give you his identification. This is amazing. Keep going.
Okay.
I am Jason Burmis.
Let me see your identification.
I don't need to show you my identification.
He doesn't have to show you his identification.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Show you identification. I want his name.
I just told you my name.
Okay.
My name is Jason Burmis. B-E-R-M-A-S, sir.
I can't give you that.
Hit pause. The guy winks at him and says, I'd like you to get it. I'd like you to, get rid of them. I'd like you to get their IDs. Amazing. Keep going.
Give you that. Okay. I mean,
the upstairs is now closed to all particular passengers.
Okay. All right. Just so you know, okay, he's not doing anything wrong. Okay.
It's a pause. This is too incredible. Back it up again. Back it up to the start. I'm going to just shut up and let it play, except maybe telling you who the players are. Ladies and gentlemen, I forgot that part. That's in the article. TSA claims it's above the law. Where's the particular article on this that they did? I'll find the headline. I'll give it to you if you want to find the whole article and the whole video. There's like 14 minutes of it unedited. But what's incredible about all this is there it is, shock video, cop protects First Amendment, sheriff defends free speech rights against airport official during opt-out campaign. So they shut down